Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Riley. Thank you for joining me. For my longtime subscribers, you guys are awesome. For those new here, thank you for joining in. This week, while we've got a break in between some eggs hatching, I thought it would be the perfect time to look at what's still hanging out in the holdback rack. So let's take a peek. Alright, so I affectionately call this the holdback rack because it holds everything that I'm keeping plus some of the things that I added last year, which kind of looks like a lot. There's maybe 2 animals in here that I'm not keeping, but they're just still here. So first, this is not something I produced. This is from Lucas Lee of Centralian Exotics. But this is a beautiful, beautiful little hypo-striped Brittles female. See just how pretty insane that animal is. The red's sort of starting to come in. She's eating pretty well, growing nicely, so yeah, good stripe. We're just gonna breeze through these pretty quickly, so this isn't a insanely long video. Next up is none other than my male caramel albino citrus tiger holdback. So this one I obviously did produce. Just glowing pink and yellow and orange, stunning animal. There's none like them. No albinos elsewhere like these. So that's my male. Next up is my female, and if you guys follow my social media stuff, you'll have seen her posted recently. She's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, getting big too. They're outgrowing these baby tubs real quick. Oh, I know. Oh boy. Fired up. Alright, next is another citrus tiger. This is a male het that I kept simply because he's got that quintessential citrus tiger color to him. The nice gray wash background, beautiful stripe, clean portholes. It's exactly what defines a citrus tiger, so figured why not keep him. I do have another caramel male that is here. He's been offered for sale, but he's still here. So if you guys like him, I could be talked into letting him go. Amazing animal, really cool stripe. Really interesting smudged Darwin-esque head stamp, reminiscent of the Darwin blood in there, but yeah, otherwise a pretty neat animal. Should grow up to look pretty rad. Alright, next up is one of 2 Boa Cabana female Papuan carpets. These are from Jen and Scott Holland of Boa Cabana, and just whew, look at that. Look at that. Something special right there. And these have a fantastic foundry lineage of some of the earliest Papuan carpets imported from the early 90s. So they're wonderful. I did get a male in recently who of course is just chilling in quarantine for the time being, so I won't show him off, but here's another female Boa Cabana animal. Beautiful snake. Definitely has that Boa Cabana look that I've come to know and love. So just a few years and try producing my own Boa Cabana line animals. Now this next one comes by way of with Steve and Kush out there at Rep Tech and Cold Blooded Cafe, but this is a female inland carpet, Morelia spilota mccaffey, and she's in shed, unfortunately, so she doesn't look her best, but she's slowly putting on the size. She prefers rats, so unfortunately she's only really eating rat pinkies and fuzzies, so growth is slow, and I don't like feeding them rats at this age, but she will not take mice, so I guess I'll just have to make sure she's well hydrated, because when they're eating tiny little fatty rats, they have lots of runny stool. So, but I can't wait for her to grow and get some cool reddish or blue coloration to her in time. Alright, moving on up. Next, we'll start taking a look at my pair of Nova Guinea carpets produced by my good friend Travis Johnson of Living Legless Reptiles. So this is my female, and she too, like that inland, prefers rats, so she gets lots of gross poops, but she's growing, she's eating, we'll get through it. But these things are like natural little jaguars without the neuro, but their faces are quite different. Really interesting little snakes. That's the female. The male, fortunately, does like his mice, so he has considerably much greater size to him and better body tone. So let's take a look at him. So again, produced by Travis Johnson of Living Legless. Nice Nova Guinea. Very pretty snakes. Next up is a very feisty, very dark Papuan carpet I produced last year. Very, very black. This animal is awesome. They hatched out really dark. First sheds went straight to black, skipped the red, so kept two of them. These were produced by that female who ended up breaking her back and having to be euthanized that year, so very fortunate to still have some of her babies around. So that is the very dark female. The male that I kept is next, and he ended up being even darker. So here is him. We're going to stop that right now. Yeah, look at how dark he is. Really rich blacks. Beautiful snake. Nice, almost entirely black head stamp. Dark tones. So really interesting to see what they grow up into. Next, I think we will take a look at a female produced by a good friend of mine, Mr. Alan Stevens. This is a female Brittles python. But this is a very low expression stonewash. As she sheds and ages more, you see more of it coming through. You definitely get the stonewash pink, yellow, splotchy belly, and then that obviously enhanced brighter color, but it's hard to tell. She's a great snake though, so very happy to have her. Cool animal, low expression, stonewash, Brittles python, very nice reds in the tail, low black, pretty snake, really cool, and of course great temperament. second to last is my recently shed, always stubborn, male MIA jungle carpet. So he likes to play this game where he grabs food, wraps it, and drops it about 4 or 5 times before he eats it. Usually doesn't like to eat it until the next day after it's room temperature and gross. But he's growing, shedding, doing his thing, looking pretty. So, MIA jungle, growing up. Also probably due to outgrow these little baby tubs very soon. Okay, now last but not least, this animal comes by way of the Mac and Wookie himself, Mr. Owen McIntyre. Alright. This dude is switched on. I'm gonna hold him for a second so you guys can see him, but look at these bands, look at this color, look at this snake. What more is there to say? A beautiful, beautiful banded jungle produced by Owen McIntyre of Rogue Reptiles. So yeah, that'll wrap up what's residing in the baby rack. Lots of cool snakes. Jungles, Brittles, Papuans, Novas, citrus tigers, you name it, it's all here. Alright, so I hope that wasn't too bad for y'all. I know people are kind of anxious to see what else is hatching out. Trust me, those last 2 clutches of carpet eggs are going to be hatching out in the next week. So we should be seeing those in the next video. And then I'll have a few weeks off before rainbows and crebos should be arriving, hatching, whatever you want to say. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Very soon, some of the first babies that have already hatched out will be shedding. So it's just going to be baby palooza in some way or another. So hope you liked seeing last year's holdbacks and some of the animals that I brought into the population this year. And yeah, we'll see what happens, what comes out of the next couple of eggs, and I'll be sure to bring you along with me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you all next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.